Why is my home not selling? I'm Brianna, listing coordinator for the Bagga Team. This has been the most asked question lately. As the listing coordinator for the team, I manage anywhere from 40 to 80 listings at a time. And I have had almost every single one of our sellers call me in the last 60 days saying, my showings have gone down. I'm not having as many showings. I haven't gotten offers. Why isn't my home selling? Manny, can you give us some information on this?
I totally understand for your pain and all sellers' pain. I understand, because the thing is this one, Brianna, if you look at it yourself, when we was in February or March, you put the listing in the system, and how many showing requests you get in day or two?
We were looking at anywhere from, I'm going to say 8 to 10 showing requests just in those first couple of days.
So now 8 to 10 showings in a month.
Yes.
So in a week versus month, obviously all the sellers are getting nervous. They want to sell the property. I understand that point. So let's break down. So I'm going to giving you a 5 bigger reason why your showings are down, why you're not selling your property faster as you was selling in 3 or 4 months back. So number 1 is a bigger cause is interest rate. So Brianna, look at it. When we was selling properties in January and February, people was having a 5-year lockup interest rate somewhere 2.1.
Yes.
Now it's sitting at it touching close to 5%.
And that's a huge difference. It may only sound like a couple of percent in interest, but Manny's going to go over the numbers with you and show you what that couple of percent, what a drastic change that can make in your payments.
So 3%, Brianna, this is a record ever for last 20 years, the increase in the interest rate. Okay, that's a building of pressure on the buyers. That's number 1. Number 2, you look at the last month's stats. The sales went down 23.8%. What that is correlated by the interest rate. So think, for example, you are buying a property in February with a $500,000, you have a 10% down, you have the same credit, husband and wife making somewhere $83,000, you need a 10% down, and then your payment is somewhere $1,940. Mm-hmm. So $500,000 home, 10% down, your payment is $1,940, and then it was sitting at close to $80,000, $84,000 income.
Which is reasonable and is absolutely can be expected from a household.
Correct. So now if Brianna goes back to the same market right now, the same Brianna, same credibility, everything, your mortgage payment will be at least I look at it today, close to $2,566, which is close to $640 more than February till now.
Yes.
Okay, so the payment increased. Plus, to qualify for $500,000, you were sitting for close to $84,000. Now you might need a close to $108,000 income. Just think this way: is people's income went down up for $24,000 in the last four months?
Well, especially with the everything else in the economy going up the way that it has been. It hasn't just been real estate where we've seen the changes take place in the last 6 months. Let's be honest, we're seeing it in every aspect of our economy.
So right now, the buyer is not getting qualified for the same property. Mm-hmm. That's why the buyers, if the buyers were buying for $500,000, now the same buyer is sitting at close to $440,000, $430,000. Mm-hmm. That's one reason buyers cannot qualify for the same property.
Right.
Number 2, buyers are scared that if the interest rate is going to go up, it's going to correlate it onto the price is going to drop. So think if you know that tomorrow, which is Bank of Canada already announced that, hey, Brianna, I'm going to change the interest rate in September. I'm going to change the interest rate in October. What does that happen? Those all buyers are scared. They're sitting on a fence.
They're going to sit back and see what happens. They want to see what kind of changes are made before they're, getting their hopes up and moving forward with mortgages and purchases.
Correct. So those all buyers are scared, sitting on a fence. They rather than be rent and watch for 6 months how the market kind of settle down, and then they wanted to jump in a market.
Yes.
for the all seller who they're watching this video very carefully, I wanted to let you know that be patient. Buyers are there. They are there, but you needed to be patient. Your home's not gonna sell in 32 days. You might gonna need a 64 days, or might you need another more 3 months time frame. Your home's gonna sell.
Yes.
So that patience is the key factor to sell that property.
We are still seeing sales. That itself has not died. Sales are absolutely still happening
100%.
every single week.
100%.
There's just, instead of having 5 buyers interested in one property, and that's when we were seeing the quick sales, the number of showings skyrocketing to what we're used to. Now it might be 2 buyers to one property. So things are just taking a bit longer.
Absolutely correct. So that's a well said, Brianna. So for your question, why my property is not selling, why it's taking more time, number one, if the interest rate is continuously rising, the price gonna go down. That's coming, but right now sales went down because buyers are hesitant to buy. They are there. They're just holding themselves. This correction is due, and it's gonna be done in the next coming 30 days to 60 days. If their interest rate goes up in September, October, it might kind of affect them more.
Right.
Okay, so be patient, all the sellers. That's only one reason you are seeing the shortage of your sales and shortage of your buyers and shortage of all your showings. So hopefully this analysis or the way of explaining to you make a sense to you. Is that answer your questions?
Absolutely, it answers all my questions.
So hopefully this question will benefit to you, all the seller who are trying to sell their property in this fall season. I understand your frustration. Market is not same as we are seeing in April and May. It's a fact, but be patient yourself. I know buyers can be on the fence on a certain time, but they have to live somewhere.
Exactly.
They cannot rent all their life. There might gonna be another 30 days, 60 days. That's why the rental market is very strong.
Yes.
Okay, hopefully if this video is benefit to you, please share with your family and friends or somebody who you really love one. Okay, our main purpose for the Bagga team is deliver the value to let you know what's happening. We are not scared. We are facing to the reality. If that showings are not there, it's not there. If it's gonna take more time, it's not gonna take more time. Okay, if you guys have any questions, Brianna, where are they gonna come down and reach you to ask one small little question?
You're more than welcome to call me at any time at 780-431-5615, and my direct extension is 105. I'd be happy to chat with you.
Well, thank you so much, Brianna, taking the time to asking the question and explaining all these ones to the seller what's happening to the market. I understand that you're playing a very big role, but by conveying this message to all the audience who come and connect with us every week, we really appreciate it. Stay blessed. Keep smiling. We love you all. Hey, before you go, subscribe so we can bring you our next video next week in your inbox. Love you guys all. God bless you.
Bye.